Said that he feels you're a little bit better than you were last year when they saw on film. They thought you were good on film last year. That's why they brought you here. But can you tell that you've improved since last year?
Yeah, I mean, last year I felt like I wasn't my best, and I just know that every year I just want to improve in all the, bad stuff, bad reps or like bad technique I used to have, and I just always want to clean that up and be the best player I can.
What did you improve upon? You mentioned technique, but specifically, can you put a finger on it?
I guess the small details, like when it comes to pressing the hip and like space. Everybody used to say I'm terrible in space, so I had to lock in on pressing the hip. I used to dip my head, when I wanted to make a big hit, and often leads to me missing hit tackles. So worked on that, and then when it comes to the zones, just having patient feet, balanced footwork, so I can break either way in the direction of the ball that's being thrown.
Pressing the hip. Can you expand on that? What do you mean by that?
So when I'm attacking the ball, if the leverage I have, I want to keep it.
Backside hip from cut back. Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. And those are some things you looked at and intuited in. Are you seeing it on film now when you go back and watch?
Yeah, I mean we've been working on it. I mean, even that pick, we worked that drill. Last week, and coach said I was moving too fast, so I had to slow down. And the opportunity came. It was like practice came of the game. So
you were moving too fast in terms of giving the quarterback the look that you were headed over there, or what was the?
No, I'm just saying when I'm melting off the quarterback.
Okay. Who told you were terrible in space?
Everybody always said I was terrible in space. Okay. I'm just a box backer. So, I didn't like that. I feel like I couldn't cover the whole field. So
that's been one of the strengths I think of this defense this year is you guys have tackled pretty well in space, which is sort of the hardest thing to do by some metrics. Is that something that you've been in a lot of defenses now where you kind of know early on that's a knack that you have, or it's a knack if it's a place you can be exposed a little bit?
I just think ever since when I came here, Coach Rossi said those three things to me, but I always observe myself and tell myself what I can get better at. So, we just went hand in hand, but it's just nice when your coach is emphasizing it, you're emphasizing it. So I just really been toned into those details because I know it's going to carry over to the game.
With the quick turnaround, you obviously play a difficult opponent, you get 6 days, you're flying across the country, you get another one. The challenge of that, how does it make this week different and feel different in terms of just time to heal, time to prepare, and do you mind it? How does it change your week, I guess?
You just don't have it. You just have one less day. So everything recovery, you gotta speed it up a day. Rest, you gotta speed it up today. And getting ready for the game, you gotta speed it up today. So everything is just rushed. I wouldn't say rushed, but everything just gotta happen a day earlier than what you're used to in a regular week.
Does it help you have to buy after? You kind of know you can do this. You lock in here. You got that. You got that time to recoup a little bit.
Our coach said 5 days, so we've been emphasizing all in for 5 days. So that's what we've been working on.
So when you have an interception, you're returning at 30+ yards. Do you think that keeps people from saying you're not good in space anymore?
I don't care about that. I hope they keep doing it because it makes me wants to go even harder. So
the level of belief that you guys have defensively. I'm wondering where that is now in terms of confidence. It doesn't seem like you guys have seemed like a pretty confident group all along, and nothing's really shaken that. Is there been anything that's shaken that at all, and where does that come from?
I say our practice. We've been building confidence in each other each practice, each rep when we're playing it with each other. So all those built-in reps, it's been building trust in us. And then when you go in a game and you're doing the same thing, it builds even more trust. So. And that trust builds confidence that your brother's going to do your job, just like how you're going to do your job for your brother. So that's really been helping us.
You guys feel like you're close on defense
Yeah.
to breaking through in a major way?
Yeah.
Can you expand on that? Why do you think so? A couple fourth down plays that were close that got out. Otherwise, that game could have been a little differently. Could have been different. Did you see it that way too? That you guys are you gaining confidence from that, even though the score wasn't close at the end?
I don't like playing, if games. If this happened, this wouldn't happen. But we saw how it could have played out in the film. Now we just got to make sure it doesn't happen again in the games.
What has made you successful in this scheme this year? I mean, we saw what you did on Friday, but just the production, tackles for loss, all that stuff. What do you think has been the key to that?
I just say my teammates, and my staff, they show so much love to me and bring so much confidence into myself. So when I get out there, it's like, yeah, I'm doing this for y'all because y'all believe in me and I believe in y'all. So I know I'm gonna give my all for y'all so we can win.
You're a captain. You're one of the captains, right?
Yes.
When you came here, did you envision that could be a possibility in a brand new team, new teammates, that you get voted like that?
Yeah, I thought I never figured they would vote, a new guy, but so I was truly honored that happened and that they look up to me in that light. So my best job is to, give my all to them. If people need help, I'm there for them. Just being there for my teammates.
Is this the best you've felt in your college playing career?
Yeah.
What can you expand on that a little bit? What about this season just feels different than past season? Is it all based on experience and stuff and just that, or is there something that's changed mentally or emotionally or physically for you?
I feel like all three. Each year I always look at things to improve. So last year I was playing at 240. I really didn't like that, but I was, and so here I dropped 10 pounds playing at 230. So I feel lighter, but at the same time I still feel stronger. So I feel like that helps me, and just working on all my deficiencies and making it strength. That's my goal, is to eliminate all the weaknesses in my game. And I know there still might be, but my job in practice every day is to work them things out.
From a mental preparation standpoint, what is it like getting ready for a short week, probably longest road trip you'll take going out west, and going from playing a top team to another top team? So what do you think about going into that?
I just feel like I'm blessed to have another opportunity to play another top team in the country and show them what Michigan State is all about. So I love that opportunity for us, and also, since it's short week, we got to flush what happened on Saturday and
So,
get ready.
thank you for that. Going up against Ohio State guys, just being on the ground like that, can you just tell the difference if you close your eyes and didn't know what team you were playing, that you're playing with a different caliber of opponent when you go up against a team that's rated so high?
Yeah, I guess, they just have more guys. They got guys who will make plays, them 50-50 balls there. The good teams, they're going to try to make it their best, as close to 100 as they can. So it's really just making them teams earn everything.
What can you pick up and learn from those guys?
Pickup is what do you mean?
Is it something you can take from them having a great ranking, playing that well? You kind of highlighting some of the things you do. What are some things you can take away from just playing against guys like that?
When you watch film and you're looking at us play, and it's it's not like they was dominating us. It was just the times that, times we had them in third and long or fourth down, they end up we got out executed at the times that we needed it. So that's why the score ended up how it was.
Right, execution. Yeah, thank you.
To get a stop and hold them just to a field goal on the first drive of the game, what does that do just for a defense's mental, I guess, to know okay, we can stop them if we need to?
That's just been our mentality with every team. We never we want to hold as many points off on the board as we can possible to give our team the best chance to win. So that's what we'll go into every drive, and I'm glad that we could have hoped that we really wanted to have no points on the board first drive. 3 is way better than 7. So.
Jordan, what do you remember about Derek Carton? What kind of threats he can pose to the offense?
I just know he's a physical guy, and he loves to get north. So, expect him to get north on us, try to swim, and try to bully us.
What's it going to be like to go against? You won't be on the field with him, but the guy that was in a leadership position here before, Harmon, and you get on the field, and it's a competitive sport, obviously. How do you think that's going to go? I'm sure there'll be handshakes after the game, but how do you guys as athletes cope with that or handle that? Because that's kind of new for college football these days.
I don't see that being a problem. Everybody transfers, kind of like the NFL. If there's a new team, people always travel teams, try to do rivals or whatever. So, not bad. So I don't really see an issue with that.
When you see the defense's growth over the first 5 games of the season? Just where do you think the biggest areas of improvement have been, and then like also the areas that still need to have work on?
The biggest, I would say, penalties. As a team, we had like 30 penalties, 10 plus each game, and I think the past 2 games we only had like 3 total penalties as a defense. So I say a good job on that, staying disciplined. We still need to work on third down. You know, third and long. We gotta get off. You know,
What's causing
how
that,
much
do
is
you
the
think? I mean, the third down.
execution. We're just not executing.
is it a common thread, or is it just one different thing after another when it comes to execution?
No, it's just a play in the zone. You gotta win. You gotta win every play. So you can win first down, second down, but if you don't win third down, then first and second down didn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? So
How about there were a couple plays, particularly that one touchdown drive. I think was it you in the back that had the ball pop out on the interception? I'm trying to remember who it was.
oh, you talking about the goal line?
Inside, in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what are those? Because those are momentum plays. Like, how do you prevent frustration from building in those? I think they scored on
Next
4.
play. We always preach next play mentality. So something doesn't go our way, we gotta flush it and get ready for the next play because we can't let that snowball into the rest of the game.
That's something that after the game they talked about the snowball effect with these games, close games, being there or feeling like you're there. I guess how do you kind of prevent that? What have you guys been talking about the last couple of days to kind of keep that focus on one game?
You're talking about taking our focus off from the past?
Yeah, it's not allow. And he said Anthony said in the locker room, "Don't let it snowball."
Oh, we gotta flush it. You know what I'm saying? Especially with a short week, like what happened on Saturday, we gotta let it go, cause we got another top team that we're going to in their home. You know what I'm saying? So we really gotta be on our stuff every play. So we can't let that affect our Monday practice or Tuesday, Wednesday, the rest of the week, if we want to give ourselves the best chance to win.
Jordan, Coach Smith mentioned a couple of times with Ohio State, limiting the explosives, making them go long drives and a lot of plays. How are you guys able to do that? How important would that be this week again against another sort of explosive offense there?
Yeah, I think Coach Rossi said if you give a team at least 2 explosives a game, then it was like a 60% chance they win or 70% chance they win. So our goals are always to limit those explosive plays as much as we can.
How did you feel like you did? How were you guys able to do a good job at that last week?
We didn't. We led 4, so of course that allows touchdown. I think Ohio State, every time they averaged an explosive play, they scored. So we didn't do a good job on that.
How was that experience in the stadium? I mean, that's the first real full house you guys have kind of been around, and the first one you've been there. You feel the vibe and the electricity there?
Yeah, it just sucked that we didn't get a win.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Jordan.